Hey everyone, it's LethalLogicX. Welcome back to another video. So today I have for you this, I believe it's a Defense² brand? Not really sure. This is just a really cheap little disc lock intended for storage units. In fact, this lock was a hand-me-down from my mother. She had it on her storage unit, and when she no longer needed it, I asked if I could borrow it, play with it, maybe make a video on it, and she agreed. I ended up picking this within 10 minutes of receiving it, and she was very confused to see it open without the key in it, and initially thought I had broke it. I assured her, no, it is only just picked. There is nothing wrong with it, except for the fact that it has crummy pick resistance. Anyway, I've seen a few, especially new people, kind of struggling with these style of locks, so I figured I'd do a bit of a tutorial video, give a couple of helpful hints. The big thing I think is messing up a lot of people is the really, really tiny keyway. So I have a quick set here for comparison, and you can see that the core is like 60% of the size as you would find on your typical quick set lock. This means that your gigantic picks that you get from your cheap Chinese sets are not going to work. They're just too big for this. In fact, my go-to pick that I use for everything doesn't work on this because the tip is too large. I end up picking 2 pins at once, and because this has a little bit of a roller coaster on the bitting, I actually can't pick it using this. I actually have to head down to one of my smaller Euro style picks in order to be able to hit each pin individually. However, on top of that, there is no security pins inside of this, no spools, no serrations, no nothing. So let's try and do a quick SPP here first. Not even going to bother calling out the pins actually, because the tolerances on this are so bad that I kind of end up just thrashing around inside of the lock until it opens. So we had a couple good clicks at the back there. I use really heavy tension on these as well. In fact, it's almost hard to figure out what is actually binding there. That was easy. We will do that again. Yeah, just because there's so little room to work inside the keyway, it's really hard to figure out what's actually binding, what's set, what's overset. And I find the best method to open these up is kind of just thrash around inside with really heavy tension. If you feel like nothing is setting, then ease up your tension a little bit and let a pin fall back down, and then try again from there. And eventually you should get an open. Now that we've got 2 SPPs on this, I think it's time to humiliate this lock. So we're going to go with bottom of the keyway tension. We're going to get one of my cheap Chinese rakes that I modified to be a little bit more snake-like. Again, really heavy tension. And just like that. Let's see if we can do that one more time. Really heavy tension, and just brute force the rake into there. Of course it doesn't want to open the second time. There we go. So yeah, these locks are not too hard. They just have a bit of a tool requirement to them, since you need something small enough to actually get at the pins. But other than that, they don't pose too much of a challenge at all. So if you like what you saw, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and don't forget to have a good one.